So I'm trying to do this thing more where I'm talking more on camera because I have a lot of thoughts that come through my mind, but I don't never really share them too much. I have this one thought that came through my mind this morning about not letting what other people's perception of you get to you. And that's one thing that I used to let get to me, or sometimes I still do even to this day, where I'm letting people's perceptions of me get to me. I've always been the type to try to save my name or, save my image. And like, if me and someone falls or if something happens, I feel misunderstood and I feel like I always need to get my point across and, let this person know exactly how I feel to see if it can try to change their view of me in some sense. And people will paint you as this type of person. People will paint you whatever story that they've created in their mind. They will paint you that story and stick with it without even knowing that's not even who you are. But you lose out on so much peace within yourself trying to control what other people think of you. If I have an opinion on something, it's gonna take a lot out of me to change my opinion on that thing until I see otherwise. And I'm the person that's on the otherwise end. I want you to see otherwise because I hate when people have this particular image of me that's not me, or I'm being blamed for something that I haven't done, which usually I feel like stems from my childhood. Just not something in me just does not like that. But I can't be in that mindset. And people eventually grow, people eventually change, but a lot of people don't understand that. Some people are so stuck with the mindset of them being hurt by someone 5 years ago that person is still that person today. People grow, people learn, and people change off situations. And if a person in their mind is mature enough to grow off something that they have done to someone else, that is a changed person. Because now they realize that's not something that they should be doing. And in turn, when you hurt people, you in turn hurt yourself. Whatever you put out into this world, you get back. That's a fact. Whatever you put out into this world, you get back. So over the time, of course, I've hurt people. People have hurt me. And the things that I have done, which comes into taking accountability, because you will never grow if you don't take accountability. Things that I have done and that hurt people, I've taken accountability and I've learned from it. And it might not happen overnight or it might not happen next week, but it's happening. And things don't just change overnight. It takes little steps day by day to actually see a change in something. So in the back of my mind, if I'm thinking from a grown mindset, I know that people have the ability to change, because if I want to get something and obtain something, like if I want to move into a house, I need to start planning on how I get that house, planning on how I'm gonna put my money aside to get that house, what all goes into getting a house, what all do I need and plan for. I need to put myself in a mindset of getting a house, and I need to start thinking bigger. So that requires me to change to get to where I need to be. So with that mindset, people will change. So I don't want to try to hold perceptions or hold grudges over people for a long time, because I know they'll change and I will want the same for me. But on the flip side, some people are stubborn and you just have to let them believe whatever story they've made up. Just let them believe it. I had this one chick I was dealing with. I really fucked with her. Like, she was real cool vibes. Like, I really wanted to grow something out this situation that we had going on. And she was supposed to come down here and chill for the weekend because I bought her some Lil Baby concert tickets, front row, so we can, you know, see Lil Baby perform. But we hadn't really been talking that much. And when it comes to long distance, or when someone's like in another state, it requires more communication, more FaceTime, more photos, videos, blase. It just requires more communication, more conversations, which is good because it builds us on a mental level and not just a sexual or physical level. So that's why I kind of fuck with long distance shit. And we also get space to be ourselves. But still, the lack of communication that we had put me in a mind state of, damn, I gotta ask for reassurances. I don't really feel like she's feeling me right now. And I've asked one other time before. And when I ask this question before she comes out here, because I want to make sure, you know, I'm not wasting time or putting my heart or money into, you know, just a fun situation. Like I think big and I think long term, and I don't want to just spend my money or spend my time on meaningless things that are not going to benefit me in the end. So I asked before she comes out here, it's like, hey, I just got a question. Being communicative, or let's say being an adult and acting in communication, I asked her, it's like, can I ask you a question? She was like, what's up? It's like, I don't really feel like you feeling me for real. And the girl like blew up on me. In my mind, that showed a red flag, because no one asking you a question should trigger you that fast. Like, she blew up. And I told her, like, you doing a lot. I didn't argue with her. I kept it real respectful. You know, I said, okay. Like, I just kept it real respectful. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, she ain't feeling me for real. Because if she was on the other end and she asked me that, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling you. I'm gonna come out down there to see you. I'm gonna do all this and that. I, you know, spent this money or whatever, which she can't see because she's not here to know what I'm doing in the background to get to see her. So that's something that I did not know. So it was kind of, you know, fucked up, and it was kind of shocking, and it made me have this perception of her. It made me have this perception of her as like a rude or angry, aggressive person, which I didn't have that perception of her in the beginning. And when I asked her about reassurance, she started calling me insecure, damaged, like all kind of stuff. When I think about that, I start to think, oh, she hasn't had like a healthy relationship, or she hasn't had someone healthy in her life, or she's been in a lot of aggressive relationships. Because in the back of my mind, we have two different perspectives on what happened. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, like, why is she, you know, so angry? I'm only asking, you know, for reassurance just to get clarity on the situation. Because you could come down here and I haven't been feeling the vibe, and then when you get down here, I'm not feeling you. So I just need to get clarity. So that's why I asked. Let me just play some music because it helps me keep the thoughts going. So I just asked for clarity. I didn't mean for it to start an argument. And when you're talking to another adult who has, you know, grown in a sense, they're not going to take that as an attack and quick to be triggered. They're going to answer your question, and then we'll see then. And she starts to blow up saying, she keeps repeating herself. When you're dealing with somebody long distance, you're going to have to keep repeating yourself because we can't see you. And I've only asked her one other time because I was getting the same vibe then, and then it didn't change. I got the same vibe again, so I had to ask for clarity. So it was kind of fucked up in a sense, but so she has this perception of me that I'm damaged and I'm insecure, which really bothers me on the inside because I'm not insecure. I'm not damaged. Maybe I have some healing to do, of course, like we all do, but I can't change that perception. I have to just let her believe whatever she believes in her mind, because we're on two different wavelengths. We're on two different healing journeys. So I know in the back of my mind, I'm just asking for clarity, asking for reassurance, because I didn't used to open my mouth and ask those questions. I used to just ghost people and leave them alone if I get, you know, some type of weird vibe, but that's not healthy. And it also hurts the other person, especially if they are feeling you, because we don't really know. Some people have trouble opening up. So I communicated and asked for clarity. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking I'm approaching it in a healthy way, and I kept it respectful. In her mind, I feel like she's just so angry and I'm so insecure, and like she's quick to be agitated if somebody like blows her the wrong way, or that she hasn't had anyone just come to her normal and calmly and like ask for clarity. So I feel like that's something that she has to heal on. And of course I have things that I need to heal on. So, you know, that's what it is. And I can't, once again, you can't change the opinions of others. You can only continue to get better and continue to do for you. And that's what I'm going to continue doing. I'm just going to keep moving forward. If people have opinions of me, they'll see later. You don't have to see right now. Maybe right now it's not for you to understand, but you will see later. That's all I got to say. And yes, I'm on here looking rough. I'm finna hit the gym. Got my gym fit on. So yeah, I'm finna get out of here.